अथ य एतद्देवं विद्वान् साम गायति उभौ स गायति यो अमुनैव स एष एचमुष्मात् पराञ्चो लोकास् तागंश्चाप्नोति देवगामागंश्च. Now, the actual fruit of meditation. First, the tangible fruit was being told. All those who sing are singing this Ut itself, this God itself, therefore they will become rich. If you praise an almighty fellow, you will get money. Even a king also, if you praise, you get money. And similarly, here also it is. We are praising God, we will get all types of wealth, not only money. Now the non-tangible fruit has to be taught. To begin is till now, yah etad evam vidvan. Yah vidvan etad evam. Any one person who has known this sama as stated before. Etad evam. Evam is as told before. Sama gayati. Having known this, sings the sama. Ubhau so gayati. Actually singing, then praising both the gods. Both means whom? One in that location, and the other which is in this location. Then the question comes, the opposite. Before the objector had told, there are two then. Here it's told Ubhau. And again you are yourself chanting Ubhau Gayati. And how you can tell it is one? But it said later on you see in the same mantra. So Amunaiva. It's not Amubhyam. Not Amubhyam here. Amunaiva. That person, through that very sun god, Saesha. Sa means, Saesha is again to show the identification of both as one. Ye chamushad paranchalokaha. All those which are above him, all those words which are above him, those, what's going to happen? Tanscha apnoti. This meditator will surely attain all those things. He will also get all those desires also. Devakamascha. He can attain all the desires of those gods too. The person, the eye and the sun, both are being sung by the same sama. There is not two different entities, therefore you need not sing separately for them. Once you sing sama, it is sung for both. Because they are one and the same. Because the location is different, it doesn't they are two different people. Devakamascha. Bhashyakar. Atha, then, yaeta devam vidvan. Anyone who, by knowing this God, this Ishvara, Ut, on the divine plane and the personal plane, the physical plane, yathoktam devam. Yetad devam means yathoktam devam. One that's already discussed and stated well about that God. That God, one who knows thus, and what he does? What is the name of that God? Udgitam unnamanancha vidvan. He knows him as Udgita and also knows him as Ut. Such a scholar, knowing him, and thus Sama Gayati sings the Sama. Ubhausa Gayati. He says Ubhausa Gayati. Here there is no question of any object standing here again. Because already it has been well discussed and decided that it is because of the words Amuna in this mantra. In the next mantra, Anena. Singular number has been used. Therefore it is one person only, not two different. Therefore it is not again rising up the objection here. Bhashyakara. Chakshusha adityancha. Ubhav in the sense whom? Only due to location we are using two. Who are though? One in the eye and the other in the sun. Tasya evam vidaha phalam uchyate. The result that the meditator who has got such knowledge, what he is going to attain is being stated. So amunaiva adityena. Amuna means here adityena. That scholar, that meditator, through this very sun, Saesha. Sa Esha. That meditator has become himself sun god now. How? having become identified with the deity. Devo Bhutva, Deva, he meditated on sun as he is himself the sun. He is identifying himself one with the deity in the sun. By doing so, he is almost equal to sun. Therefore now, by meditation, with the self-identification with the deity of the sun, he is himself experienced as if he is the Hiranya Purusha. Hiranyashmeshwaru and all that. Therefore, yecha mushad parancha lokaha tanscha apnoti adityantargat devo bhutva. He said it is very clear. How? Adityantargat devo bhutva. Having become one with that deity in the God, he himself is the deity now. Having become so, he also starts to rule over, he gets that ability to rule over all the worlds above the sun, and also attains all the desires of the gods, Devakamanscha. Without attuning himself with that deity, he cannot do this. He cannot get that ability. He is an ordinary man. He is meditating. How he can rule over those worlds and attain all the desires? Therefore he says, Devo Bhutva. Having become one, having become one means in the sense having identified himself with the deity in the sun. Now similarly, on the personal plane also it is going to be told, Atha anenai vayeche tasma darvancha lokas taganschaapnoti manushagama tasmadu haivam vid udgata bruyat. Atha, then after having told the fruit of the meditation done on the divine plane, now the fruit of the meditation that will be done on the personal plane or the physical plane is being stated. Anenaiva, through this person in the eye. Anena. They are told Amuna, these others, and it is Idam, because close. It's too far. They have used others, Amuna. And here it is Anenaiva. Eva, through this person, the verily, surely, through this person in the eye. E Chaitasma Dharvancha Lokaha, all those worlds which are below him, and all the desires of the human being, Tahasya Prati, Manushikamacha, this meditator will also attain it. There is no doubt in it. Tasmadu, therefore, evam with a person who has this knowledge, if he becomes the Udgata, if he is the Udgata in any sacrifice, in any rite, he can say, he should say, Druyat, he should say this. What he should say? To whom? He should say to the agent, the doer, the performer of the rite. Whatever you wish, come on, tell me. I am going to sing for you and you will get it. There is that ability he will get, because all the worlds over up and all below, everything he has got the ability to rule. And has attained all the desires of both the upper and the seven worlds and the lower seven worlds. Therefore he has got the ability to fulfill the desire of the agent, whatever it might be. So he can boldly say, without hesitation, come on, ask whatever you want. I am ready to give you. This is what Vishwamitra did to that Trishanku. And what you want, come on, tell this. I want to go to Swarga. Okay, come on. Finish immediately. That ability will come to the meditator. That's why we say that if the Brahmin actually does daily, at least Dvikala Sandhya Vandanam, he will get a lot of it. Not only Vidya. If he says anything to anybody, that will happen immediately. Surely, no doubt. If you are a Pranopasaka, it's told here also, even if you tell your dry, tree, just give fruits. You say, come on, give fruits, it will give fruits. This is what happened to Harishchandra. When the person of the Vishwamitra's Chela was going with Harishchandra, he started to say, I am hungry, everything was dry. And because Satya Pratishtha was there, he said, come on, give fruits. All the trees give fruits. Immediately they became green and they give fruits. Harishchandra Satya Pranopasana. Not only Satyanistha, Pranopasana. So, by upasanas, these abilities are seen in the past and even in the present also. Many times it happens. Whatever you say, it will happen because you have done or you are doing some upasana. They were stated that you should never use this Vani unnecessarily because all your punya will be lost by that. And it will be, Papa will get not lost. Only punya gets lost. Unnecessary use of tongue, You will lose the virtues. They never told anywhere that you are losing the papam by giving gali to somebody. Your papa is gone. No. You do whatever, only punya is going from you, never papam. For papam, you have to keep quiet. To destroy the papam. Maunam. And do tapas. To japa. All that. The papa will be destroyed. There's prashchitta has to be done. And to lose punya, you need not do anything. Just go on speaking, that's all finished. Everything is gone. Nothing left. That's why there's a Purnadasa says very beautiful bhajan about this tongue, Never use the tongue. This tongue has no shame at all. It does not know what is shame. It uses the word shame, but it does not know what is shame. Shameless thing in your body is the tongue. The most shameless thing. Purnadasa tells this clearly. They be aware of this. Otherwise, you will also become shameless because of this fellow. You will lose all your maryada in the world. By use one tongue, one word wrongly. Whole life you do save off somebody. And one sentence you use wrong. Because if it hurts the heart means, you may be telling it is a joke, but it's hurting somebody's heart. It's a katakshpurana vachanam. For you it is a joke, but with other things it is katakshpurana. Knowingly you are telling like this. To tease me. If that comes means, then whatever you have told is a waste, then it's gone. So you have to be very, very careful when we speak. Always I tell, at least otherwise be in maunam, shut your mouth at least. You know to shut everything, but not to shut the mouth. Ajite rasam jitam sarvam. Even the Shukadeva Maharaj tells in the Bhagavad. Control over this is the most important thing in the life. To win over all and win over our own self. So he said the Udgata can say boldly. He will get that ability. Whatever he will say, it is going to happen. The Udgata bruyat to the agent for whom the sacrifice he is performing. What he has to say? The next mantra is taken together by Bhasha. They will do it the next also. Kante kamam agayaniti. Eshi eva kama ganasi ishte. Evam vidvan samagayati. Kamte kamam agayani. What the Udgata has to say? He said, you ask the agent for whom you are doing the sacrifice or whom you are performing the rite. Kamte kamam agayani. Te, which desire of yours shall I sing for you? Te kam kamam agayani. Iti. As aspired by you, I am ready to sing for you. Yeshi eva kamagana sishte. Because he is certainly capable to fulfill the desires by singing itself. Kama aganasya ishte. Ishte means is capable. Because he is ruling over all the desires of gods and human beings. Therefore he is capable to fulfill the desire of the agent, the doer, the performer of the rite. Ya evam vidvan samagayati. That person who having known thus the deity as one residing in the two different locations, on the divine plane and on the physical plane. Having known thus of that God whose name was Ut, whose eyes were so and all those, the person who knows and sings the Sama and sings the Sama, that person surely capable, certainly capable of fulfilling the desires, whatever the agent wants, he has got the ability to sing it. So this is how this meditation is concluded over here. The Bhashya says, Atha anenaiva means chakshushenaiva. Through this person in the eye, ye chetasmad arvancha lokaha tansh apnoti. The meditator, that Udgata, will surely attain all the worlds above this, below this person, that is all the human worlds. Manushakamanscha, and the desires of the human beings also. How? Chakshusho bhutva. Having become what? one with the person in the eye. He has to self-identify himself with the deity in the eye. Tasmad hoivam vid udgata bruyat. Tasmad u. Therefore, surely, certainly, without hesitation. Who means? Certainly, without any hesitation. Udgata bruyat. The Udgata has to say. To whom? To Yajamanam. To the Yajamana, the doer, the right, the performer of the rites. What he has to say? Kam ishtam te tava kamam agayani. Which desire of yours shall I sing for you? Eshi yasmad udgata kamaganasya udganena kamam sampaditum ishta samartha. Because, how we can say so? If you question, the answer is being tasmad, because he means yasmad. Before it's told tasmad, the pronoun is turning he. Yasmad, because this udgata kamaganasya, through singing, by singing, kamam sampaditum ishte. He's got the ability, samartha means ability to fulfill the desires of the agent. Koso, but which udgata can so say? Which udgata can say so to his yajamana? Not the Kaliyuga Pandit, but ya evam vidvan samagayati, samagayati. By that person who knows the sama, the secret of sama, and sings the sama. What is the secret of sama? The secret of sama is, you been told, sa and am are two letters, the permanent association is there. Similarly, there is a permanent association of 5 duals on the divine plane, 5 duals on the physical plane. A person knows that and sings the sama. 4 on the physical plane, 4 on the physical plane, 5 on the divine plane. A person who knows that very well and also knows the deity who is on the divine plane and the physical plane, and his quality, his appearance, his name. A person knows all these things. All these are what? The secret of sama. He knows the secret of sama is so. And such a person sings the sama, then only he has got this ability. Virukti upasana samaptartha. The repetition that is meant here to indicate the conclusion of the meditation. Samaptartha. Now the same deity is being meditated, but before what you did was, you took it in 2 different locations. It is Sopadhika Brahma with certain adjunct. There were limitations are there in it. But now you want to go to the Nirupadhika Brahma, the non-adjunctive Brahman. We want to meditate on that God. For that purpose. You see in the Anandagiri Tika is telling, Adhyatma Adidaivat Sthana Bhedat Avachinna Paramatma Drishtya Avachin Parichinna Paramatma Drishtya Udghitopasanam Akhila Papma Pagama Phalam Uktam. In which is told, he will rise above all papam, all the sins. It has been told. With such a phala, where the upasana of the Udgita has been told. Samprati sthana bedavachedam hitva. And now, having given up the locations, the difference created by us only, accepted or superimposed by us on that God, depending upon the locations, giving up those differences, Parovaristu Gunaka, we want to say, is the highest, the supreme in the world. None other is above it. The highest among the highs. With that quality, we want to meditate again that God on Udgita. For that purpose, a small story is being started over here. An historical event is being given with keeping in mind certain ideas. What are those things? You are again having a pratika on Udgita, you are doing it. Not directly on Nirguna. You are seeing that Udgita as a Nirguna Brahma. But can Udgita be Nirvana Brahma? Is an Upadhi again. But here the difference is what? In that, what we are seeing the Brahma Drishti, in that Brahma there are no Upadhis. Even though we are seeing Brahma in an Upadhi. The Brahma itself has not Upadhis. But before what happened? We are seeing in an Upadhi, another Upadhi wala God itself, deity itself. We are seeing in an adjunct. Udgita itself an adjunct. It's an Upadhi. You are seeing on Udgita, you are meditating on Udgita, not on Sarva I am Brahman. You are not meditating so. You are meditating on Brahman. You are not meditating on this consciousness, all-pervasive consciousness. Or not meditating on the all-pervasive existence. You are meditating on Udgita as God. That's what it is. Paramatma Drishtya Udgita Upasana. It's not Brahma Upasana. We are doing Paramatma Drishti on what? On Udgita. We are not meditating directly on Brahman, Nirvana Brahman. We are looking upon Udgita as Paramatma, as Brahman. And that also we were doing before also, now also. The difference was before, we had got Upadhis, even in Brahman, different locations. And now we are no location, nothing. Directly, the Brahman is being seen on Udgita. That's the only difference. Trayoha Udgite Kushala Babuho Shilaga Shalavatischikitayano Dalbya Pravahano Jaivaliriti Teho Chudgite Vai Kushalahasmo Hantodgite Kathavadamayiti Trayo Ha Udgite. Ha here the word is to represent the event is an historical event, itihasa. In the days of your olden days, an event took place which is being recorded by the Vedas. In which kalpa we don't, not of this kalpa. Sometime it has happened. Triyo Udgita Kushala Babuha. There were 3 persons who were adepts, experts of Udgita. They had known, they had got the knowledge of Udgita. The maximum knowledge that can a person have about Udgita, that they had. They were called as experts. Even nowadays, what? Who is an expert? Whom you call an expert of anything? A person who has got the maximum knowledge regarded to that particular thing is called an expert of that thing. And then maybe there are more experts, greater than him. Even here also it happens. There are 3. They are all thinking that we are all experts. But they'll find themselves 2 are not. Only 1 was actually. But still, the world is actually, he is a scholar, he is a scholar, he is a scholar. When 10 scholars sit together, then you understand who is the actual scholar. Similarly, it is here. Kushala Babuho. Who are they? Shilakaha, Shalavatya. Shalavatasya Patyam, Shalavatya. The son of Shalavata, his name was Shilaka. The second was Chaikitayana Dalbya. It was Chikitayana. He was of the lineage of Chikita Rishi. Here the name is not given. And he was the son of Dalba also. And how even that is it is called as he is Amushayana, because you cannot use both. Chaikitayana is also to show the lineage, the Gotram. Dalba is also Gotram. How can a person have 2 Gotras? It's not possible. So here we will explain. That means this person is a son of such a woman, whose father, her father had no sons at all. That means she had no brothers. Therefore you have to see it as Dhyamusha. It is called as Dhyamushyayana. Bhashakara will use this word also. A couple who have no children can adopt sons in many ways. They can adopt their heirs in many ways. They have, in Manusmriti, he has told 12 ways are there to adopt son, or grandson also can be adopted. For the last rites to do Shraddha and all. So this is a case that there is no issues, not that no issues at all. They have not son and daughter. One is issueless couple, that's different. Here there is an issue, and it is only she is the issue. Girl with child only. No boy child, no son, only daughter. So there are 2 couples you think. One couple has got only daughter, maybe one or two daughters, it does not matter. No son. That's the main thing, is he has no son. And the other couple is there, he might have many sons and many daughters. Okay? And this couple A, who has got only one or two daughters, is marrying his daughter to a son of the couple B. Okay? With the stipulation there is a contract in between these two couples now, when the marriage is going to take place. He is this A couple who has no son to do the future rites, the last rites and all. He will put a condition on the B couple and state very clearly, you see, I am giving my daughter to your son on one condition. Main condition is what? Whatever children will be taken birth by these, my daughter, whomever she is going to give birth, a son, one or two, whatever it is, that son, who is actually a grandson of both the couples now, that grandson will be my son. But he will be entitled to all the properties and assets of both the couples. Because this grandson is, his father is a son of B couple, the couple B. Therefore, the ancestral property will come from B to his son, and that has to come to the son also. Because if I am adopting that doesn't, he has no right on it. This is the condition. He will have the right of both the couples. Not only regarding assets, he has got the right to do the last rites of both the couples. Such a son is called as Vyamushayana. Such a person was this Chaikita and Dalbya. There's a both Gotras there. Now he has got a Gotra of both. Because he has to do the rights of this fellow also. He is adopted by this fellow. And the Gotra is coming from there, from B couple. Therefore he has got two Gotras. According to his father and according to his mother, because his mother's father has adopted him as son for all the rights also. Their mother's father's Gotra also will be there. Therefore that fellow will have two Gotras, two lineages. Such a person called as Vyamushayana. Therefore, this is a matter of not issueless couples. It's a matter of one couple having only daughter, and the other couple may have daughter and sons, whatever it is. How many, it does not matter. Such a person is this Chaikitayana Dalbyaha. And the third person was, and these two are Brahmins. According to the story, as in the next mantra it will be very clear, these two are Brahmins. The last fellow is a Kshatriya. The Pravahano Jaivilihi. Pravahanasya Patyam Pravahana. The son of Pravahana, and the name was Jaivali. These were the three persons who were adepts or experts in the knowledge of Udgita. Teha Uchaha. In some occasion, in certain time, in certain place, by chance, they assembled together. When they saw each other, they had heard about each other, that fellow knows about Udgita, that fellow knows about Udgita. They had known, they had heard. When by chance they got assembled in one place, what they said to each other? Teha Uchaha. Udgite vai kushalasma. Surely we are known well in this world to have attained the knowledge of Udgita, the maximum knowledge of Udgita. People say that we are the experts of Udgita. So, Hanta, so let us come on, let us have a discussion, a debate on Udgita. Whatever you know, you tell. Whatever you know, you tell. We'll all tell whatever we know. And if we are somewhere we have done any mistake, there's misinterpretation, or the knowledge is less, knowledge is there, where ignorance is still left over regarding Udgita, we can clear all the doubts. And we can originate some new knowledge after discussion. Vade, bodho vijayate. Therefore he says, katham vadam. Let us have a discussion, or let us have a debate on this Udgita. This is what should be done. When the 10 sadhus get together, means they should discuss on sadhana, not on the Indian politics. This usually happens. Or they speak on what? Whenever some sadhu comes, yeah, all unnecessary discussion about the politics of the ashram. And why? Keep the vyavahara the minimum. Bhashyakara tells, You have to do vyavahara only to survive your body and nothing else. To survive the body, whatever necessary vyavahara is there, the minimum you do. The rest, you should be always concentrating on the Shastras and the implication of the Shastras in your life. That awareness, we have got social awareness a lot. Our eyes, ears are all very, very everything strong so much. They are aware all the time what's happening in the world. But we are not aware about ourselves, what's happening with us. What we are doing. Are we living according to Shastras or not? We are not aware at all. So that is important. The self-awareness should be developed along with the social awareness. With empirical standpoint view, whatever we are doing, the Vyavaharika Satta, this is not going to lead us to moksha. This is meant only, this is due to the relation of the body which is existing in this world, in this society. So, for that existence, why should we lose our aim itself? We should not give up our goal itself in fulfilling these social obligations, whoever it might be. So, minimum possible, whatever is necessary according to Shastra, do that. Do your duties, do your things, do your sadhana. Therefore, he says here, this story is telling, whenever we get it together, what we have to discuss first is about sadhana. About the knowledge that we have, whichever subject it might be. Here, these three people have got the knowledge of the subject called Udgita. As soon as they got together, the first thing they assembled, they decided, you see, people say so, that we have got the knowledge of Udgita. We are well known so. They would let us have a debate, let us have a discussion on this. So that if I have, the person say, everyone is saying so, all the three, what they are saying. Then next mantra will come, what they said to each other and what they decided in the end, that we told the next mantra. Bhashyam. Anekhadopasattvad aksharasya prakarantarana parovaryastu gunaphalam upasanantaram aninaya. Now the Vedas, the Shruti, the Upanishad is introducing another meditation because upasyatvad aksharasya. This letter Om, which is called as Udgita, has to be meditated upon in many, many, many ways. Anekadha upasyatva. Many ways it has to be meditated on. Whichever way is suitable to, because many ways are given. Why? Depends upon the status of your mind. You may be attracted by believing so many upasas. We don't know which is attracting and whom. You will be attracted by one certain upasana. And you do it, then only you will be able to go to the next one, to the next step. Therefore, that particular Om, the letter Om, which is called as Udgita, which is the name and the symbol of the Supreme Self, the Absolute Self, has to be meditated on in many, many ways. Keeping some adjunct. Either that adjunct may be related to some karma, some right or not. Now we are taking the adjuncts related to the rites only. Karmanga Ubadhupasavadi. Because Udgita is being sung. And that Udgita is a part of Sama. And Sama is a part which is to be sung in the rites only. And to those, not every rite also, it cannot be sung. In those rites where Jyotistoma, Somayaga and such rites only. There is the Om which has been chanted there is again an adjunct here now. An Upadhi. On that Upadhi only you are meditating. So first, all the meditations that are being discussed is now here, the adjuncts related to rites. In that we are trying to find out what is the possibility of meditating God in those things also. Even though that karma, that rite is being done for certain fruit also, sakam karma also. Then what's going to happen? It will enhance the fruit of that rite. This is what has been told. So now, prakarantarena, in another way or another kind of meditation is being taught. What is the kind here? Parovaryastu guna phalam upasanantram aninaya. Parovaryastu guna, the quality, as possessed of the quality of being, how? Successfully higher and higher and higher and higher and the highest. Parovaryastu. Paratah para, paratah para, paratah para. And the last one is called as paro. Jo in Agam para also, the vara. The higher end, higher end, higher. Parovari yastvam. Yastvam आ गया. Yasun pratyay. Among the highest also the high. Among higher, higher, higher and highest. It is successfully you have to go to the highest. Successfully, not directly to the highest, you are going successfully to the highest, towards the highest. That's called as Purovaristvam. First from the present will go to the para, next to para. First is para, then Purovara. That para will also become avara to the next one. Now one you are considering, for example, you are 100 rupees is the maximum. But once you have 500 rupees, that 100 will become avara automatically. And when you say 1000 rupees note, that 500 also will become avara. Now 1000 will become para. So para, every para will become avara. But this is such a thing which will never become avara. Yasya parasya avarattam na vidyate. Yasya parasya avarattam na vidyate. Saparo avara. जिस पर का और आगे अवर नहीं हो सकता, जो पर फिर कभी अवर नहीं हो सकता. यत परो, यस्य परो नहीं, यत परो आवरम न भवति. यत परो आवरम न भवति. That para which never becomes avara is called as parovara. To make it clear, he says yasun pratyay has been brought. Yasun pratyay where you put actually? In the superlative degree, not in comparative. In the superlative degree, yasun. Baliya. No? Baliya, you use the word, remember? Baliya means what? The strongest. Strong, stronger, strongest. Similarly here also. Parovaraha, Parovarataraha, Parovariyaha. That's the quality. And phalam, the result of this meditation is to going to be stated. Upasanantram, Aninaya is being introduced by the Shruti, by the Upanishad. That is together with the result. This quality is going to be discussed. Guna and phalam, both is being told, be stated now here. Parovariyastu guna, phalancha, upasananta. That's how you have to understand it. Dvanda samasa, gunascha, phalancha. Itihasastu, why you want to tell it like a story? Sukha bodhanartha, for easy comprehension. You can easily understand. Not only this is not only easy comprehension, but moreover, there are certain things which is being stated here. Some morality is there. Which by this we will be going to get some moral duties. We can understand what are the moral duty of a scholar. Bhashikara will tell it is a duty to do so. Kartavyam, to do a vada, to do a debate. When scholars get together, it is a duty to do a debate. To show that duty itself, the story has been started. That is the main reason. And secondary reason is this, easy comprehension. Sukha bodhartha. Trayaha. Traya means trisankyakaha. 3 in number. They were how many? They were 3 in number. Ha iti aitiyartaha. This ha word indicates the historical event. Udgita. Udgita means what? They know about Udgita. What? Udgita is a letter or a part of a rhyme to be sung, of a sama. So no, Udgita Jnanam. They have the knowledge of that Udgita. Knowledge of Udgita, how much they have? They have Pratikushala. Regarding that knowledge of Udgita, they were experts. Nipunaha. They were adepts. Babuho. Were. They were the adepts in the knowledge of Udgita. Kasminshit deshe kale cha nimityeva sametanam iti vipraya. So why are you only 3? Are there only 3 in the world? There are no scholar of any other knowledge also? I said, no. Kasminshit deshe. By chance it has happened that in certain place, in a certain time, and due to certain reason, they had assembled together. This is the idea behind it. It's not that only three. That's why Bhaskar next sentence says, Nahi sarvasmin jagati trayanameva. In the whole world, don't only three were scholars. Not like that. In the same Upanishad, you're going to hear about the other names also. Kaushalam, Udgita, Adi Vijnane. Only you can't accept only Udgita in the knowledge of this Udgita and other things. Only three were the experts. This cannot be stated so. Because Shruyanti Ushasti, Janashruti, Kaikaya Pravrataya, Sarvajyakalpaha. In the same Chandogya Upanishad, you can hear, it's been stated very clearly, the name of Ushasti is there. The name of Janashruti is there. The name of Kaikeya is there. They are almost omniscient. Sarvajyakalpa. Sarvajyakalpa is not completely Sarvajya, close to Sarvajya. They were near to it. Ishat Sarvagyamide Sarvagyakalpa. Omniscient, almost omniscient, not completely omniscient. That means there were adepts in the sense. Who are they? Three. It will be started